Hi, this is Angela again. I just decided I would come back and pick up from where I left on the first video, and I decided not to wait until tomorrow to mention the pointers that I had mentioned. And I do have 6 of them that I wrote down that he would often say to me. They kind of made me stay and take a second thought about the relationship and how I could do better in the relationship, which in reality, I wasn't doing anything wrong, and there's nothing that I could have done to make this better. So the first one that he would always say, it's my fault. If I just listened, things would be better, and we could have a good relationship. The second one was he loved me, and that's the reason I can't leave or take the children and break up the family. So he always mentioned that one. And he pointed out that he wanted his children to grow up with both parents. So that was a big one. And the third one was he would kill me if I left. So him being ex-military made me think that he could do some things to me and people wouldn't know. As I mentioned, I didn't have family that I could go to and talk about. So I was stuck. I was fearful and I was really stuck. And the fourth thing that he would say to me is, no one wanted a woman with children already. So I had 3 children and nobody else was going to look at me. And he really played in onto that one. And then the fifth one was he needs help. And he needed me to stay so I can help him get out of this situation. He was going to go to recovery, but he needed me to be there when he got back out. So me being a person thinking that I can help this person and I loved him and I can fix him, and if he go get help in recovery, then he'll come back out and be a new person. By the way, he was missing for a few months or so. No, let me correct it. He was missing for about 3 weeks, and he said that he was going into recovery. That was a lie. He was out getting high. So there's nothing I could have done to make him go to recovery. He just wasn't ready. So the last thing that he always said to me was, what was it? That he would take the children, that he would go to court and he would get custody of the children. And he pointed out because I wasn't being the way he made it sound. So let me say this over again. He said to me, I'm going to take you to court. You saying that you're in an abusive relationship, so they're going to look at it and see that the children are not being abused and you haven't reported anything, so you're lying. So it would have been his word against mine. So I started to think, I don't report, when he hits me, when he goes off, when he go into a tantrum, when he tear up the house and I get up and clean up before anybody knew, or when I hear the kids in the background crying, because like I said, sometimes they were privy to seeing and hearing some of the things. So I never reported it. So I started to think, along saving money, I need to start making police reports. I need to stick to it. And it became a thing for me. I would call the police and I would report it. But by the time they got there, he was always gone. Of course, they would give me information to try to pursue this. And this is probably a year or so before they started taking the cases. When you reported it to them, they would take it and they would press charges. You would get officers that would say, well, hopefully he'll cool down and things will be okay. But that was never the case, So Again, I stayed out of fear. I thought that I could make things better. Things just got worse. So I started filing police reports. I started getting this on record. So if something happened to me, at least they would know that I wasn't making this up. So I just wanted to come back on here and say, those are the things that some of the things that I've done, and some of the things that I did that helped me out of the relationship. And I want you to know that this can help you too. And I'm going to always state this disclaimer. If you're in a relationship and you feel that you're about to lose your life and things are really hard for you, and this person is trying to kill you, call 911. Don't stay in a violent relationship that is leaving you disfigured and those sort of things. Like I said, he did hit me. Thank God I didn't have to go to the hospital. I did have bruises and scars, but I never was in a situation where I was in the hospital for 6 months or 6 weeks or 2 weeks and decided to go back to him. And I'm not saying that you're stupid for doing that. I understand your fear and I understand the reason that you'll stay. But I want you to understand that you need help and that you need to put yourself first. So if your relationship is so violent, please, please call someone, leave, and don't go back. And we'll talk about that tomorrow, about going back to a relationship, because obviously I left more than once and I went back. So we'll pick that up tomorrow. That'll be my next storyline. So I hope this is going to help someone. Again, please like my video, subscribe, and share it with someone that may be in need. And I will leave all the information below on how to reach different sources, as I mentioned, calling 911 and the domestic hotline. And just keep in mind, in your state, there are shelters and resources that you can call that will help you. So please don't be ashamed. Know that you are beautiful, you are amazing, and you are strong. Thank you for listening. Bye.